Hello and welcome to King Pasha's Garage, where we look at a car that goes way back. A car that, a lot of people say, hey Pash, your Bugatti Veyron, I use that thing all the time. Well, you're in luck, because in Horizon 5, I put the same tune from Forza 6. The one that you guys love the most, Forza Motorsport 6 is what I'm talking about. This is my all-wheel drive drift tune. This is an S1-900 Bugatti Veyron Super Sport. Now, of course, you see the car beside it, and that will go on another time. That is what I've been working on. That is something else. That is a rear-wheel drive with 1,470 horsepower. For another time. But we're looking at this one right here, and it just takes me back that I have the original tune on here, and it is just as glorious as it was in Forza Motorsport 6. So we have the stock drivetrain all-wheel drive. Of course, different rims and different stuff like that, but it's the same tune. So nothing to add weight or downforce to this. We got a snow tire compound. I understand we didn't have snow tire compound in Forza Motorsport 6, but there's improvements. There's always improvements. So you got 21s in the front and 21s in the rear. That's both for the and I was also talking, I saw on Discord, someone was saying, hey, how I can only see the front end, how can I see the back? And it was like, well, that's pretty simple, you just go to your tire width and it tells you exactly what your rear rim size is. Anyways, back to what I was doing. What was I doing? Don't know. So I have the heavier rims on here, the Ashantes on here, just so I could add as much power as possible. As you can see, this thing has 21s in the front and 21s in the rear, while you could see on there. And then it has stock track width in the front and stock in the rear. That looks good, so why widen it, right? But like I said, it is all original when it just comes to the tune, and yeah, it works wonders. So there's that. I think the differential, though, I think it changed, but the alignment's the same. As you can tell, everything that is in here, and I did everything I could in my power to keep it an S1 class, because I wanted it to be used in online. It's kind of just pointless to make S2 class unless I absolutely have to drift tunes. If you're not using them, you can't use them in online drifting, and it's kind of like, depressing that Forza, well, Horizon would do that. There you go. You got to see what I put in there, what I didn't put in there to get 1,444 horsepower with 1,268 foot-pounds of torque. Oh yeah. So let's get into that tune. Here we got 55 for that maximum slide. It goes at top speed of 256 miles an hour, so it is still fast. All right. The tuning is from Forza Motorsport 6. So is actually this. And you guys, if you guys are new, this is new to you. But if you guys have been watching, this is I haven't changed it. Even through Forza Motorsport 6, it works. So there's that. Everything here is from that car. And then it also had 644.1, 644.1, so that's from the Forza Motorsport 6. And it was also lower, 2.9 on that game as well. My dampening hasn't changed since, 7.968. There is no downforce to worry about. Braking, I had it at 70% to the front with 130% pressure. And actually, no, I have it exactly the same. I thought I had a change, but this is the original tune. 76, 46, 97, 97, and 88% going to the rear. So there's the tune, the build, the share code. Let's take this outside and show you guys what the original is all about. It's a little wet outside, as you can tell. Very smooth. For 1400 horsepower, almost 1450 horsepower, it's a smooth drifter. And I think it's going to be just fine in the online rooms. It destroyed online well, it was pretty much not drift adventures on Forza Motorsport 6. It was lobbies, drift lobbies. Yeah, that's the word, drift lobbies. It's been so long. They took the servers off probably in October, or even before that. And I used to go on there all the time. I played Forza Motorsport 6 more than I played Forza Motorsport 7. I enjoyed the point-to-point drift zones. But then Forza 7 came along, and it's just like this. And this is all the options I have now. So I have to manually drift all the time, and that's how Forza Motorsport 7 was. When the game started, you started drifting until the the laps were done or time limit was up. And it's not how it was always. There was point to points, and that was great. It gave you a break too. You get yourself ready for the next turn, and you would know how to hit it just right to get the max points possible. It was so easy and fun. Like I said, fun. But yeah, a lot of people use my Bugatti Veyron. I'd go into a room and there'd be like 4 people with it, and everybody else would just be complaining in there and saying, "Oh, you guys need to use something else other than the Bugatti Veyron, blah 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 blah." And they were just mad that it worked, and everybody was always fighting for first place with it. And so yeah, this it really brings back memories to throw this tune back on there and just see how I tuned it back then, and how I tuned today is pretty close to how I tuned it back then. It works. Don't fix something that ain't broke. It is just an absolute beast. But back then, I could have run, S2 class, online, no problem, people were working with Indy cars on that game too, so it wasn't really class restricted. So I could have more power in this thing. And there's that, and hopefully they open up the option to give us S2 class, because if they do, I will fully upgrade this Veyron, and it will be back in its awesome original full glory. But for right now, it's got the 1444 horsepower, and it does fine. It's manageable for now, but there's always room for more. And hopefully one day we'll get to see that. Well, hey guys, I hope you enjoy these videos, these tunes. If you're new, welcome. Please subscribe. Help this channel grow, and let's grow together. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay sideways, my friends. Much love.